Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Hot Bella experience. My eyeshadow, my liner, my lashes, everything is done. I've got this sample of the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drops Tint. I'm in the shade 17, but I'm going to start off as I normally do. I've already done some color correcting using my Tatcha Pearl under my eye and my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX14 around my mouth area. And I'm going to go ahead and conceal. From what I understand, this product is going to be maybe a medium coverage, a light to medium coverage. But I've already prepped my face like I normally would do, right, with any foundation. And I think I'm going to add some concealer. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty concealer, and I am in the shade 380. This is the original concealer. I'm not sure if she's come out with another concealer or not, but this is the original concealer here. I hope I have enough to do my whole face. I'm almost out of this, and I haven't quite made up my mind yet if this is going to be a repurchase for me, but I'm going to use this today. I'm going to use this in all the areas that you would normally want to highlight and or conceal. The shade 380 in the Fenty Beauty concealer is really close to my skin tone, so it's doing a lot more concealing than it is highlighting. It works really well for that. Since my base, my complexion base is going to be light, I don't want to have my under eye area highlighted too much because that may look a bit odd. I'm not going to do any cream contouring today. I will, however, do some bronzing using my Fenty Beauty Skin Stalker bronzer in the shade Coconutty. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to the skin tint. They didn't give me a whole lot in this sample. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it's not a whole lot, so I don't want to waste any of this. So I'm going to use my little mixing palette here, and I'm just going to put this on here like so. So you can see it's a pretty liquidy type of consistency, if you can see that real quickly. Yes, not too thin, but it is rather liquidy. I'm going to use my brush to apply this tint. I think I saw that it was maybe recommended that you use your fingers. I don't use my fingers to apply my complexion products. I prefer to use a brush. So we're going to use a brush today because that's the only way I'm going to be able to determine if this product is going to work for me. So I'm going to use this brush. Oh, and so far this is looking really pretty. Wow. Okay. I'm pleasantly surprised by that. I like the products from Fenty a lot, so I'm not sure why I'm surprised. It was just throwing me off, you know, the fact that it was a tint, it's being called a tint, and that the coverage was not, you know, a full coverage. So that had me a bit concerned, but girl, either my skin is getting better where I don't need as much coverage, or this tint is just all that. It could be just all that. And I think I used way too much on my palette. I hate that because I could have gotten another wear out of this. I guess that means I'm gonna have to buy the full size. Oh well. This is what I still have on my mixing palette. So I could still use this to touch up in some areas if I wanted to, but for the most part though, I think I've got decent coverage with this, right? And so even my little imperfections that I have here, they're not popping out at me. They are being covered pretty well by this tint. I like this. Very nice. I am going to move on to setting. So I have to set my under eye area. I have not yet done that. So I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye area. But I do think that this tint should be set to minimize the transfer because right now it's still quite wet. I don't know, maybe once it dries down it won't transfer as much, but I'm not going to take that chance. I'm going to set my under eyes and I'm going to set my entire face as well because I am going to be using a powder bronzer, a powder blush, powder highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything set. I'm going to set my under eye area with the Pro Filter setting powder from Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Banana. I'm going to set my entire face with another of the Fenty Beauty setting powders. This is in the shade Honey. eyes are set. I think this is going to end up being a wear test. I do have some things that I need to do today. So I'm going to see how this holds up for me. So it is now 3:56 p.m. So we'll see how this holds up. It is about 70 degrees here today. So it's not too warm, not too cold. Nice day. Face is set. I'm going to apply a little blush, and this is a Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic blush. This is in the shade Climax. You guys have seen me use this before. It's a very nice soft blush, so I'm going to use a little bit of this blush with this Fenty Beauty tint. I'm doing a little bronzing using my Cocoa Naughty bronzer from Fenty Beauty. Looks really nice. I'm going to add just a little bit right here. Just to give it a little bit more of a finished look. I'm going to use one of the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighters. I'm going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Moscow Mule. Add just a little bit of highlight here very softly. Such a pretty shade of highlighter. Very soft, very pretty. My complexion is done and I am ready to go about my day. So this is going to be the formal start of our wear test of the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I'm in the shade 17. So we've already done the first time check. That was at 3:56, and that's when I was actually applying this tint. It is now 4:45, so we're going to see how well this tint holds up throughout the day. So one of my concerns is that this is supposed to be a light to medium type of complexion product. And I want to mention again that I did set my under eye area and my entire face. So, you know, I've added another layer of product on top of this tint. So yeah, we're going to see how it holds up. So I'll be back with a check-in here shortly. All right, you guys, so I am here with my check-in. So it is now 9:08 I think the last check-in was at 4:30, somewhere around about that. I know I was in the process of applying this foundation at 3:56 p.m. But again, as of right now, it is 9:08 p.m. So I have had this tint on for several hours. And overall, I think that it has held up pretty well. Still looks really, really good. It does look like a little bit maybe has rubbed off around my mouth area as well, but it's just a little bit, and it's really not, it's not that noticeable. I would have to really point that out or be a stickler for this one area to say that this would be an area of concern, but actually it's not. And of course my lips, I haven't added any additional lipstick because we know that we're still wearing masks, so no need to do that. I wanted to show you guys the inside of my mask. So this is what the inside of my mask looks like. I hope that the bright lights are not washing it out too much. So there was a little bit of transfer that happened, but it was mostly around the areas right here where, of course, I've got the mask that's pressing up against my face a little bit more than it is anywhere else on the face. But this is not bad. And honestly, I can tell you that this was a sample that I used today for this video to try this product out. I am definitely going to be picking up the full size of this Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Tint in the shade 17. This is really, really nice, and it wears really light. So this is another option for me during the spring and summer months. But yeah, again, I am definitely going to be picking up a full size of this tint, and this concludes our wear test. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.